Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about something called opportunities. So let's look at our heading. It says recognize opportunities. So it is very important for us to seek opportunities, but the first thing we have to do is recognize it as our opportunity. Now, the biggest joke or the biggest technique, which I would call it, opportunities are always dressed as work. They don't come, oh God, this is a nice opportunity for you to grow. Come, come. No, it's like you have to work. So people always, when they look at just work, they fail to recognize opportunity. Now, for example, me talking to you today, I consider it as an opportunity. Why? Because it is actually work where I have to travel and I'm standing and I'm delivering this session to you. So this is work to me, but I look at it with the right perspective because it's an opportunity for me to interact with you, an opportunity for me to contribute to you. Tomorrow, life is so uncertain, and supposing I'm not well or I'm not in a position to share my knowledge with somebody, at least these videos will be there for generations to come. So this is my mindset where I look at more contribution, doing more work to the society. So this is the opportunity which I gain, and thank you for you using the opportunity of listening to this. Let's look at it further. Now, when we have opportunities, we use it. Actually, opportunities are nothing but work. Work in different forms. Let us also look at a person who gives opportunities to others. We have to create opportunity for self and others. For example, if I'm going for, say, a debate, and while in the planning process, we sit as a group and we jot down all the points, or we write down a few examples. But at the time of the debate, I cannot be selfish and deliver all the points by myself. Then what happens? I am denying opportunities to the other people. And as a result, I am not going to have a smooth growth. I'm going to have people who are not happy with me, people who want to talk about me, people who want to pull me down. But instead, I grow and let the other person grow. So we have to look at opportunities for self as well as for others. Now, look down please. It says the strength of weak ties. This is a beautiful paper, research paper, written by Mark Granovetter. So what does this paper communicate? The paper talks about the strength of the weak ties. We actually look upon people who are our strength. Let us look at few of them. Our parents, siblings, significant others, our place of worship, our close friends. So these are actually our strength, but the ties are very weak because we as an individual, or rather I as an individual, when I'm looking for an opportunity, my parents, siblings, significant other, place of worship, or my close friends may not be able to provide me with what I want because they are people who are similar to me. My family members are similar to me. My siblings are also somewhat similar to me. My significant others are people around me. And my place of worship is people again who believe in the same concept, who believe in the same ideologies. And then my close friend. How do I choose my friend? If my friend likes to have only vegetarian food, I also prefer to choose that type of friend. Or she has the same likes or the same mindset, I choose her as my friend. So what I'm trying to tell you, or what the author of this paper tries to tell us is, our inner circle are all people who are similar to us. So they cannot really be the people who could get us an opportunity for something different what we desire. For example, my close friends may be people who are good in academics, or they have the same skill as me, the same technical knowledge. So when we both are going for an interview, and if there's only one opportunity, I stand 50% of the chance and my friend stands 50% of the chance. So, it's like a cat on the wall situation. But these people are actually considered as the weak ties, meaning they cannot recommend you, they cannot place you anywhere because they are networking within the same group. So what we need to do is, this is you. You are connecting with parents, you're connecting with siblings, significant other, place of worship. You interact with people there, right? And your close friends. So this is you. Now, when you're looking for an opportunity out of the way, these people may not be able to place you where you would like to be. So, you need to explore yourself outside, go for some workshops, then present papers in conferences, then visit industries, then take some part of the recording, the entertainment zone, maybe go for a concert, or if you're a good dancer, engage people, entertain people by dancing. You will have to explore yourself, then read, of course, Google, the search engine, social search engine, use the social search engine properly. Now, when we do all this, in the process, we meet people. We meet people, and that day we are excited. Yes, I met these people at the conference. I have so many business cards with me, right? And out of those, say you met 15 people, you remember 4 or 5 people because of their similar features, similar looking, long nose or long hair, something like that you match. They remain in your photogenic memory. But what about the other people? You tend to forget. But later on in life, you might have to connect with them. So what I would say is, as you meet people, jot down on their business card, jot down what is the concept, what was the date you met, what was the purpose of the meet. So later on, you're able to interact, and through these people, you'll be able to network. Now, looking specifically, even if these things do not fall in place for you, you will be able to make absolute use of the social search engines. Like you're looking for a job where you want to be a research analyst. So you have to go to Google and Google, find about it. Compare, listen to talks of people who are already working as research analysts. And from there, you'll be able to build. Now, we are all on Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp. We all use this. But how we use it, we connect with the same type of people. And it's just most often, for example, on WhatsApp, it's most often a forward message or a picture message sent throughout the day or whenever at nights. But instead, we can use these engines more usefully. You have collected business cards of so many people. Keep in touch with them. You know your success plan. You want to become somebody, a great researcher in future. So connect with those people. Try to build your network. So when you're doing so, while doing so, you're building opportunities. You're creating a scope where that person who's already established in the field will consider you and bring you into the field. So you are a youngster where you can grow along with experienced people. And another thing is about the search engine. It's on Facebook. For example, you keep sharing your achievement. And what happens is people are complimenting you, you feel really good about it, and this actually helps you to achieve more, to become a more successful person. And by doing so, you're also inspiring people. You're creating opportunities for somebody to be like you. You're creating opportunities for somebody who can at least think of being like you, who can keep you as a role model. You can influence people in a lot of ways. So this is also a way where you are creating opportunities. The other one I would like to share with you is about the LinkedIn profile, wherein this is a professional community where people interact on professional grounds. So it is very important for you to have your LinkedIn account and have your CV and have all your relevant happenings being posted. For example, recently you have been given an award for writing the best paper in let's say, chemistry. Immediately you have to update that. So the information gets shared and the paper gets shared, and be ready for criticism. Don't think that criticisms are critics are people who are very jealous of you. Critics are people who are trying to corner you. No, accept criticism. Try to understand why they are criticizing you, and if you have a polite way of communicating or letting them know, you can give your comments at the bottom. But instead, you cannot use foul language and try to cut down the critics. No, criticism is very important for our growth. Look at critics also as an opportunity. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about a person where he fails to take the opportunities at the right time. This is about a man who was in love with a girl in a particular village. And the father of the girl was very, not very happy about this proposal. So he wanted to test this person's ability. And he wanted to make sure that this man is really wise and strong. So the condition was the old man told the boy, the man, that you can win my daughter's hand in marriage if you happen to catch the tail of any one of my bulls. I will be releasing my bulls one at a time. And if you happen to catch one tail of any of the bulls, I'll give my daughter in your hand of marriage. But on the final day came, wherein the old man released his first bull, and this young man, he was so scared because the bull looked really gigantic, really huge. So he thought he's never seen a bull like this before. He let the bull trespass. He did not stop the bull. He did not make any attempt to catch its tail. And then the second bull came. And this time, the bull looked weak, but as it was nearing him, it started to behave very wildly, very boisterous, running around and trying to butt and all that. So this man tried to escape from the view of the bull. So the second one went by. And the third one, he was very happy because this is the last chance for him, and he was, a little worried at the same time, a little fear whether he'd be able to succeed. But at the same time, he was thinking, oh my God, this is my last chance. I have to give my 100%. And believe me, friends, the last bull came, the third one came. It looked a little weak in the beginning, but as similar to the second bull, when it reached the arena, it started acting a little more boisterous and it started dodging and trying to butt. But again, this man somehow tried to, climb on it and attack. And when he climbed and when he tried to attack, he realized that this bull did not have a tail. So all his efforts were futile. It went, for little or nothing, it went down the drain. So what I'm trying to tell you through this story is opportunities come in different forms. So let us not be fearful. Oh my God, it looks so huge. I do not know anything about it. I'm very apprehensive. No, just go into it. Experience will teach you to use things as an opportunity. Now, in the case of the same story, the first bull, he could have tried to make an attempt. The second bull, he would have succeeded. But what happened was he left bull 1, he left bull 2, and when he used the third one, there was no tail. So he never won his love. He could not marry the girl who he desired. So relating our life to this story, let us not wait for that one golden opportunity. Let us use every opportunity that comes, and then automatically success will fall in place. You may be in a position where you are deciding to change job or to take up an interview. What I would recommend is go for the interview. Give it a try. You never know what is going to be served to you. And if it's nice, then you can take up the job. Or you can still explore take many other opportunities so you get to do what you really like to do. So once again, friends, let us remember, opportunity comes in different forms and it comes dressed only in one costume, that is work. Work with no duration. It can be work for many years, it can be work for many hours, it can be work for a few minutes. But it's up to us to grab the opportunity. When we do so, we become better people because we become experienced at each opportunity. Thank you.